photograph I'm about to show you, this one. You see it was captured just down the slope here. If you will go maybe 10 minutes down the road, on the slope facing south, over there it's an ancient cemetery. You see, it's called the Sambuski Cemetery because a person named Sambuski, he donated the plot of land. So people can come and get buried over there. Anyhow, under the Turkish law, only 2 children born out of 11 were born, only 2 would make it to 1 year old. The rest, just wouldn't make sanitary nutrition. Also, we eat healthy vegetables and so on. We have power. They had not much food and not much power. So life expectancy was around 45. And so many kids died, so they had to get the girls and the boys get married when they can, as early as possible. When they get their period, wedding, 12, 13. And the main requirement from a young kala, was work with the hands, bring this from that, be efficient, organization. So as a test, if they would go to meet the person who was about to be the bride, they would give her like a big ball of ropes to see if she can figure it out, to see if she has the mechanics. The dowry, I learned this from Chatzar Yeshuv Yashan. It's a museum here, Old Court Museum. I photograph for them, so I also hear to the stories. So they said they would get the girls met at the age around 12. And if you see 30 years, with this not so many kids are born, so just to have Jewish continuation, just to have that over the years, what sacrifice people made at the age of 12, married. And then when they passed away, when the time came, people could not afford burial. So those who could afford, they would put a very simply carved stone, like a limestone, in the cemetery that Sambuski donated the land for. But many could not afford even the stone. The poverty was such that if for a wedding the gift was 3 dresses, that was the dowry, they would take maybe 1 cotton dress and 2 bags of rice. They would cut the bag of rice and put a little sleeve from cotton. That was the wedding gift. It's Anyhow, some of the people could not even afford the stones, so when they buried them, they took a bulb of a squil flower, chatzav, and they put it under the head of the deceased. And until today, every time around the end of Sukkot, you go to that place in the evening, this is what you will see. This candles for the souls of the deceased over the generation. The verse is, "The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord."